Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How are we, guys? Hope we're all doing well. Almost time to get this show on the road again for another episode of the London session, guys. So without further ado, I think it's about time to get cracking. So guys, as always, good morning, good afternoon, a very good evening. There you go. How's that for an intro? I'm gonna change my name to the hooded Forex trader, or hoodie effects. How about that? I'm here, guys. Welcome. Enough of the jokes aside. Not that I'm a funny guy, but anyway, gave it a crack. We are here nonetheless to do what we do best, and that is to look at the charts and see what we can come up with moving forward and try to find a cracking entry yet again on stream here today. So that's what we will be doing. Just quickly contemplating some gold options potentially in the closure of this hourly. If this closes bearish engulfing, which will close the 15 below the support, then we will have a catalyst to sell it if that is to be the case. But if not, we're just consolidating, so there would be nothing just yet, but we may have an option shortly. Guys, you know the drill. YouTube, smash the like button. Don't forget to do that. TikTok, smash that screen for me. Don't forget to do that. And guys, any questions or any charts or anything you'd like me to look at, feel free to send those in and I will get to you guys all shortly. I do appreciate all the support as per the usual. In the meantime, guys, let's have a look at the news. What is about here today for our session? Not much at all in regards to our session here today. Moving forward, CPI for the US dollar. So it's going to be a pretty big day as far as high impact news for the US dollar. Obviously, we had Trump speaking yesterday as well. Early morning my time, I think it was. So we'll have a look at how the markets reacted to that. And guys, let's get ready to rumble. Let's have a look. Let's start with the beast that is the gold, which is apparently in a big strong bearish downtrend. Apparently I don't know, apparently that's what a few people said yesterday. No idea what made them figure that out, but anyway, gold weekly bullish, previous weekly week bullish, current weekly as respected the low of that previous weekly candle, and still pushing bullish. So let's just mark in the current weekly candle size, see what we've got above that point there, and make our way onto the daily time frame. And what we can see is the daily still structurally bullish. Candles were creating high lows, high highs, but it did actually close back bearish at previous daily candle. But the current candle has created a significant lower wick and is now approaching the high of that previous daily candle. So if we begin to break above that previous daily high and the current weekly candle's high, there's likely to be a high probability that price could continue bullish off the back of that. So we'll see what we've got. We'll see what we've got above the current daily candle's high as well. See if there is any potential options on a continuation trade above the resistance formed at the current daily candle's high. We are forming higher lows within the structure itself on the daily candles, so that would also favor, in my opinion, the upside. Onto the 4-hour time frame. And we do remain bullish in structure here on the 4-hour, and we've also got candle probabilities being to the upside. The current candle is about to close. All right, so we've pretty much tapped into that resistance here to the left. We're just going to mark it in, mark in that level, mark in the whole level. We're in a bullish wick for the time being. We're going to mark in this level as the most recent support, and now we'll make our way down to the minor time frames here. All right, on to the 30-minute. So we've not quite tapped into the 4-hour resistance just yet. We're going to mark in this as the most immediate resistance. What we can see is, guys, structure here on the 30-minute time frame, you could almost argue that it's bearish. You could argue that's a swing. You could even argue this is a swing. And if that's the case, then what you could suggest, or could say, is the structure is bearish on the 30 so long as it remains below the actual daily candle's high, the previous daily candle's high. And what we're doing just now is we're breaking a 15-minute support. We're also potentially closing the hourly bearish engulfing. So off the back of that, I just need to wait 5 minutes for our first potential option, as I mentioned before, guys. I would I mean, you could really mark in that whole area. We'll just use that for the time being. So if we are to close below in the next 5 minutes, then I'm going to be looking for options to sell it. If it melts in the next 5 minutes, there's nothing I can do about it, because I'm going to play in line with the probabilities, and I'm going to wait for the confirmation. We have just been consolidating, so I would prefer to see the closure below this rate. And if that is to be the case, we'll have the hourly closing bearish engulfing. That in itself is a massive signal, and we do have clean traffic to the left. That for me would be definitely a good option to look for a sell. So that is what I'm currently looking at. Aside from that, guys, what I'm also looking at, I'll just remove the 4-hour support for the time being, focused on the minor support here. And if price was to begin to approach that level there, I'm just going to be looking for buys upon the pullback. Again, you could argue that the bias is bullish. It is actually bullish, the bias, irrespective of what you determine the 30-minute structure to be. The bias is still technically bullish, in my opinion. So therefore, I would definitely look for pullback buys, so long as I have the right catalyst within price action to do so. So buys from support. And if we are to break above the current daily candles high, seeing we are again bullish in our bias, we do have the daily candles creating high lows, high highs, not the current daily, but throughout this week. And if we do begin to break the current daily candles high, the resistance formed at that level, we do have some pretty clean traffic on the M15. So we're bearing in mind that we are approaching a 4-hour resistance, we're pretty much at it. But at that point there, you could just be quick with trade management. But likely what I'm going to be waiting for anyway is the closure above, retest, and then look for a potential continuation buy above the current daily candles high here on gold as well. So that's the current plan, guys. And just look at it now. If you took an impulse entry, you'd be getting wrecked at the minute. So that's what I'll be waiting for. Same thing happened on stream with the members yesterday, where we were spared, once again, spared a loss by not falling for an impulse entry. Very similar scenario, where I think it was to the upside and pulled all the way back when we did not take the trade because it did not tick the box, saved ourselves. So yesterday was no trades for me. Hopefully that makes sense. I will have a look at GJ shortly, guys. I just want to see how this candle closes on gold in the next 2 and a bit minutes. And then I will take a look at GJ and begin to answer the questions from the gallery. Coffee cup in hand. Cheers, T. Ladies and gents, I hope you are all doing well. I hope you've all had a great start to the new month. It's been fantastic. Once again, not the most popular trade, not on YouTube anyway, because I'm not in the markets every 5 minutes. Why do I need to be though, when the record speaks for itself as to why I'm so strict? If you want to learn to trade with discipline, learn to not be an emotional wreck while you trade the live markets, watch this stream. Watch and learn. Doesn't mean we're always taking wins, but 80+% of the time we are. All right, so gold looks like it's going to close back above. So once again, spared an entry. Those who would have been taken in the 5 minute would be getting absolutely wrecked in a minute. So are we just pulling back to grab some liquidity from the downside in order to make the move up? Wait, we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, guys, let's just now focus on GJ, because it's not going to close below. And I will do the top down now on GJ. And what we can see is the weekly. So once again, we do have the high, low, high, high. We are actually forming bearish though. So based off that though, would not surprise me at all if we've begun to flip and break above our own high. If we broke our own high probability, going to make a move to the upside. Daily, that's a previous daily candles high. Did reject, and that's a liquidity candle. Didn't close bearish engulfing though. Tapped into resistance yet again, and it seems to have bounced off it yet again. Current daily right back at its open, got a long wick in either direction. We could be looking for options either side of that. We'll mark the daily high and low in, And we'll make our way down to the 4-hour time frame. Bullish in structure on a daily, but at resistance at a very strong key level. So gold, I can see in my MetaTrader is closed well back above that level, so there's no sells at the minute. The 4-hour structure here on GJ has flipped bearish, so we've got the daily as bullish with the counter probabilities being the downside. We've got the weekly as bullish, but with the current weekly forming to the downside. So at the minute, it looks like we could be favoring options to sell it, but we'll see what we've got. It looks like we might have options either side of the current daily counters high and low. On to the 30, and that is also bearish. So therefore, I would favor the sells. I'm going to have to leave that in because it's the lowest point of the 4-hour. It is a bullish candle, so I'm going to leave it at that bearish wick. To the upside, I'm also going to leave it at that bullish wick because it is the highest point of the bearish candle on the 4-hour. So off the back of that, guys, preference would be to sell it. However, price action is very, very choppy at the minute, and there is no clean level or clean area to get involved in a trade. So in this situation, what I prefer to see at the minute is price pop back up towards that 195.80 and look out for some rejection and an opportunity to potentially sell it from back below the higher point of the 4-hour resistance. Now, further options to the downside. Look, again, you're running straight to support. So in this situation, I'd prefer to see it let the market make the clean move to cut through that mess, pull back, form resistance, and then you're playing once again within clean candles, which is so hard for many to do, but that's what I would prefer to do. Now, the other option, guys, above the current daily candles high, albeit it will be counter trend. But again, with the back of the strength of the weekly candle, and if we begin to break above that level, we'll be almost flipping a weekly candle back bullish as well. So I would consider the counter trend buy above that point, because structurally within the actual trend itself here on the 30, we will be creating higher high. Not flipping the actual structure. I don't believe it flips until above 196.230 roughly, but still what we could see is that the fact that within the current daily we're starting to form some structure to the upside. So I'll be looking for the closure above and price to tap back in and look for an opportunity to potentially buy it begins to pull away from the resistance here above 195.930 roughly. So that is my opinion of GJ. Not looking great, and make of that what you will, but one thing you must do, very, very important: smash the like button, smash that screen. Alrighty, gold. So the hourly closed back bearish, but not nearly strong enough. So let's see if the 15 can close below. Now you could just adjust this zone. Now I'm just going to adjust it to this point here, and that's where we want price to close below. Because right now it's a slow trickle down. We need a strong confirmation here. We need the engulfing to give me that validation and confidence to take a sell back down. At that point, at least we'll have the day, weekly, hourly, lower high, lower low as well. Clean traffic to the left. Alrighty, YouTube, where are you all? Jesus. Excuse me. Saying the Lord's name in vain, but Tony Gold, g'day to you. James, Bartman, Carl. I can say g'day to everyone on YouTube because there's like a handful. Sapphire, Rare Stones. GJ, yeah, just went over it. G-Man, g'day to you. Now, TikTok, you legends rock. So do you, YouTube, but TikTok getting much more love. G'day to the 70 odd of you on stream just now, and thank you to the new followers. Let's smash that screen, guys. Let's get the numbers up towards that 200 level, and let's have a good one. Let me sift through the chat and see if I've missed anything. Iras, yes, just went over gold. Scar King X Tepper 3, good morning to you. Verk G, good. Gold, yep, been over at Gold Trader. I think it was sideways till London Open, potentially. Gold's been bullish since Jan 2024 with some pullbacks before continuing Bullish move. It's been bullish for a long time now, hasn't it? Definitely has. Our friend yesterday thought otherwise, though. Lean, you're doing Solana shitcoin? No, I don't really look at crypto much. Just the majors. I suppose that's a major, but mainly Bitcoin and ETH. Mark, good morning to you, brother. Augustine. I was gonna say Augustine, but Augustine. Time frame M15, that is correct. M15, M30, bit of a mix. Also look at the M5 from time to time. Do hope so. My long TP is 33.54 mark. Alright, so you're in a long already? Okay. Bjorn, good morning to you. Yep, good evening, or good afternoon, late afternoon from Melbourne. Mikey level 5, sell 33.45.2. That's what you're waiting for? Okay. Mark, I wonder if you pop. Yeah. Look, he's more than welcome to. Yeah, it was healthy debate yesterday. Just didn't like the fact that he called me crazy thinking gold's in an uptrend. What's so crazy about that? I mean, is this not an uptrend? Who's the crazy one? Who's been taking the wrong tablets? I don't take tablets. I don't need them. Fit as a fiddle. Shouldn't say it because now I'm probably not coming down with something. Do take some vitamins. We can turn this into a bit of a, not just a trading stream, but a bit about health and lifestyle. Take fish oil to help with recovery for the gym. And the magic potion, ashwagandha. Supposed to help with the mood and all that. So obviously he's doing it because I'm in a bit of a funny one today, guys. As you can probably tell. Members. Where are we? Members. Let me let you guys in on the fun. Few new faces here and there, but good team going at the moment. Had a good session yesterday for MY. Again, lots of education in amongst it. Carl, we got quality, not the quantity. Yeah, you definitely do. Laser Crypto Man, Zoom link. Yep, just sent it, mate. And I can see you've popped on. Hope you're well. Leyland, welcome. Hamza, we are bearish, but if gold closes above 33.45, then it turns bullish. Okay, fair enough. 30's bearish. I'll give you that. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, it depends because on certain brokers, that's going to be consecutive candles. That doji candle is probably going to be red. So it's on other brokers, you might have 3 bearish candles in a row just there. And that would validate a swing for me. So therefore, close below it to flip the structure itself. So I'm not disagreeing with you there. But it's been better. Oh, good, Leon. No worries, mate. We're right back into consolidation here on gold. Gold trader, I am at 33.03, 33.05 yesterday, 33.25 today. I'm looking for 33.80. Okay, fair enough. Fair way off, but it's all good. Chauncey on a buy 33.28. Should I hold? What you should do is have a plan as to how you were going to go about managing it. You're in some good profit, mate, so don't be greedy. Don't lose on the trade. You've in way too much profit to give it all back. Perhaps trail the stop loss. Hopefully you've secured something, and hopefully you got stop well above break even. No one has a crystal ball. I mean, it's stuck below 33.43 at the minute. If it begins to pop above that, I think 33.48 is a good destination for it to potentially tap into. But it has to break through the daily high. But we are within a daily candle forming, well, trending bullish. So that's good for your trade. Later. CPI later, yep. Good alert. Hey, you're looking for shorts on gold? Got options to either side. Buys above the current daily candles high and sells below this most recent support. Mikey level 5 summer months. Metal was habit of going sideways May through August. Yeah, they can be a little bit slow, but I remember last year some of my best months of the year were these few months, to be honest. When everyone says August, July, August is so quiet, I absolutely killed it. I remember going on winning streak. I don't think I lost. Oh, and there was about 21 wins or 22 wins or something. And I think it was last July, something like that. And August as well was literally like one loss, something like that. So, Leyland, does yesterday's bearish daily doji influence you at all with direction? No, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it does have a high, low, higher, high, and the way the current is forming, I think that gives us a good indication that we could continue bullish. But also, again, it's all about levels. So if we begin to pop below a level formed on the move up, then we could obviously make a deeper pullback as well. But not really. I mean, if it does begin to break above that daily's high, then there's a good chance it will continue up. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one when you have those sort of closures. GJ, I mean, how often has it been like that on stream of late? Semeth, thank you for sharing a live. Thank you to all the new followers. Let's say new traders. Augustine, have you open positions or are you waiting for the resistance zone to break? No, I've got no open position at the minute. It's not as simple as just, right, opening the charts up. So what am I going to do now? Am I going to buy it or sell it? All right, I'm going to buy it because I've convinced myself. Again, there's a plan behind it all. So for the buys, it has to be above, at the minute, either above 33.43 or back at support lower down. Because the current area is a write-off. It's just consulting. So there is no option for me within it. At the minute, I need to wait for it to pop above or below or come back down to the support lower down and then maybe look for an option. I used to be one of those guys where I'd come to charts and think, what can I do right now? Got absolutely wrecked having that sort of behavior on the charts. That's when you're treating it like a casino, not like a job. Like I mentioned, it's kind of like chess. You wait for your opponent to make a move and then you counter strike or whatever. Oops, what am I doing? So my opponent is taking its sweet ass time. Yeah, high, low. Yep. Japan, play the cheapest silver stock and thank me later. You know what? You're talking about silver miners. There's a lot of risk involved, but it's kind of like the meme coins. And I don't think that's as stupid as the comments that may sound to others, in all honesty. I was contemplating getting involved in some of the, I don't know if Leyland you have an opinion of that. Maybe you are invested in ARD, Argent Minerals. I'll have to look at that. I'll write that down. I've been meaning to look into some of the silver miners. Because if silver begins to skyrocket, which I believe it will take off at some point, the miners are going to become very profitable. At that point there, they're likely also going to start to really move, and a lot of them are undervalued, very cheap. Mikey Lavelle, sometimes vertical up or down becomes untradeable, like loops. Yeah, that's fair enough. Simith, thank you for the heart. Gold trader, I've been trading for 6 hours in a Zim. The markets have good moves, easy to read from opening. Yeah, there's no way I want to be stuck. No offense to you, I mean, but there's no way I want to sit in the charts for 6 hours straight and then come to another session and just continue trading. That's a full-time job. Mr. Tom and Jordan, g'day, mate. Yo, to you. No weakness, g'day to you, mate. Welcome. Hope you're well. H, how much profit today? Live, bro. Not taking a trade, not in any profit, not in any loss at all. No weakness, no train for you today. Fair enough. No, none for me as well. Omega, I have my life savings on the line. That's a pretty smart idea. Heads or tails, mate? Heads or tails? I don't know, an explorer, not a producer, but have a resource. Oh, okay. Definitely keen to look into it. And others, if you have any idea. I know of one or two, but they're the major mining companies. So they're probably safer, but there's less, you know, it's less risk, but less return as well. I'll try to not sit on the screen, have orders with TP and... Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I just... When I'm on the charts, if it presents, it presents. If not, so be it. So be it. Adil, Jamal, what we wait for CPI? No, you don't have to wait for CPI. I won't be trading that candle itself. How to set Atlas live chart, not 15-minute delay. Huh?
Have you had a chance to look over them yet or no? No, not
yet. How to set Atlas live chart, not 15-minute delay? Atas live chart? No idea what you're talking about, mate. FK, what strategy do you think is best? Analyze, confirm, trade. My price action strategy. Why would I think anything otherwise? What's best for me? BML. Definitely gonna look into this. Price action, mate. Price action. Let price action dictate the signals, create the signals. H, best platform to trade on? I just use MetaTrader 5 through my broker. C-Trade is probably better. I just never bothered with it, to be honest. It looks better anyway. It looks a lot better. If you're asking broker, I mean, there's many different ones. Just depends where you're located. high risk, high reward, not for the faint heart. I'm all good, man, because being of I was gonna say, oh man, lost my train of thought. Being of a higher or high class vintage, I suppose, like a good wine. Calling myself old here. I just chuck in what I'm willing to lose, literally, and not worry about it when it comes to that type of thing. Just be in it to win it type of thing. But it could, yeah, understanding that it could just go to zero. MPV8. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. You want the ones with low market cap. Appreciate it, mate. Okay, Australian company too. I mean, a lot, the most silver is mined and comes out of Mexico, doesn't it? Northern Territory. Okay. What's cracking YouTube? You guys are quiet. How are we? Mexico and Spain? Yep. Yeah, I knew Mexico was one. I didn't know about Spain, to be honest, but don't doubt you. I am the OG ZZ swing trading. No, this is not swing trading. This is scalping, mate. Marika, I believe it will test lower zone as its strong zone, comparing the one above. Yeah, it could do so, but again, I'm just patiently waiting for a signal to do either the, well, in either direction, to buy it or sell it. I am the OG ZZ. No, I don't swing trade. 7 and a bit minutes here, guys. Are we going to get closure below on gold? We've now broken the hourly low. So we've got the hourly counter probabilities being to the downside. 4 hours just open. But we've got a bit of an upper wick. So I just want that closure below here. I want the closure below and I want price to retest it. And then we may have an option. If we continue to pop back above it, there is no entry for the time being. So we need to wait just under 7 minutes. Sydney looking for long on gold. Contemplating both directions, just depending on the right, if I get the right catalyst. So potential sell below the support and potential buy above the resistance here. Otherwise, buys from the support lower down. And then what time frame you're trading? Predominantly the 15, but also will sometimes depend on the 30. I also look at the hourly sometimes. 5 minute at times I look at too, but 15 is the main time frame. 15 and 30. FK, how does writing notes while trading help you? Any advice? Well, I believe if you're on a stream and you're taking notes about, you know, you respect what the streamer is saying and maybe it resonates with you, you want to know a little bit more, it's nothing wrong with writing notes about it. If you're writing notes in regards to your trades and how you're going about your activities on the charts, it's a good thing because it's a good way to track your emotions. And if you're trading based on your emotions or based on your plan, so I think it's a very good thing to do, to take note of that. Take notes on, you know, what your thought process is, and if you unfortunately acted on your emotions as opposed to reacting to the charts, things like that, it would definitely, you'll start to pick up things and it'll help you to, you know, improve moving forward. Bulbasaurus, are we looking for the current candle to close below the wick? Yes. Mark, you're welcome to add your opinion if you like. Danny Ashworth, gold bear flag on 4 hours. Don't trade patterns. But you know, if you can use it to your advantage, fantastic. I don't doubt you. I see orb 15-minute. Cindy ORB. Are you talking about order block? I see price breaking support minute. No, waiting for the closure below. All right, but we need that closure below, because remember this candle, guys, when it was breaking, and look what happened, ended up closing way back above. So let's be patient. Let's wait for the closure. We get the closure, we're going to contemplate sells. We're going to wait for an upper wick, and if we get that upper wick, we're going to look to sell it so it begins to break what will be the catalyst candle's low. So at this rate, on my broker, the low of this candle is 33.3449. So I'd be looking a couple pips below that point. Mindset first timer, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to follow and observe, ask questions. I do this on the daily. H, is it only worth trading currencies as a beginner? Well, look, as a beginner, there's nothing wrong. If you want to learn how to trade gold, there's nothing wrong with looking and observing, and maybe even demo trading or paper trading gold, or just a small live account with gold. But it is a lot more volatile than the currencies, that's for sure. And if you're a beginner and new to it, you're likely going to get wrecked, because it's going to be difficult for you to manage it, especially if it starts to move against you. So look, maybe paper trade gold first, and yeah, maybe stick to the majors. The majors are a little bit slower moving because it takes a lot more to push them, because they're obviously highest volume currency pairs. So majors, that's like GU, EU, dollar CAD, AU, that sort of thing. UJ. I know I've missed one or two, but Leyland, does that candle have to close below? This is just closing. No, it has to definitely close below the support here. All right, it's creating a low. Have we got any tap in? All right, we do in 1 minute. This thing just melts. Need to wait for the closures, guys. 33, 33, 13 is now low. 33, 32, 93. All right, just over a minute left, guys. So we may have a signal. So what I suggest you guys do, if you are following along and if you agree with this potential entry, have a watch of what the lowest point of this candle is in your broker. Wait for a new candle to crane up a wick, a decent one, and then once you get that confirmation, you sell stop the low of the current candle. So it continues to make a lower low. Oh man, are we gonna have the margin? And the stop loss is quite wide, so we need to have a decent upper wick so we can use that to help manage the trade as in regards to stop loss. So low is 33, 32, 51, 33, 32, 31. It's a potential entry point. Now I must have the upper wick. It's the closure of the 30 as well. I will tell you as soon as, and if I do set it, must have the upper wick, guys. And this must leave a bit of a lower wick. We get the upper wick, we're going to set an entry. Well, I am. All right, perfect. Getting a bit of an upper wick now. All right, so I've set an entry. A sell stop just below the catalyst candle's low. So I've set it for 33, 32, 31. Oh wow, look at this pop up. Stop loss will be wherever the high of this candle is. And it's a difficult one to manage. The only way you can manage it, so I'm just adjusting stop loss in a minute. The only way you can manage it is if it triggers in. Then what you could do is, if it flips, so if it triggers in and breaks low of that previous candle, if it flipped back bullish, you could cut half of that point. So we've tapped into the previous support here. We want to reject. Now, to me, that wasn't valid on a limit order because it's come from consolidation. So the limit orders, I want it to be trending. That, to me, isn't trending. So let's see. Or Porsche knocked off my motorbike, smashed foot. Oh man, you've not had much luck, have you? Full-time training moment, all good. Yeah, good luck, mate. You've not had any luck, have you? Man, oh man, this thing's... How's the volume now back up? And if it pushes too far, it's the same shit. Stop loss is going to be too wide and it's just not going to be worth it. We'll wait and see. Nabil, good morning to you. Yep, did he? Exactly. Price action. You mainly trade meme coins and it's much different. Fair enough. Wow. Look at this. So what's stop loss now, guys? Let's measure this. Oh, man. I can't do nothing. I gotta remove the order, guys. I now need to wait, see how this candle closes. Remove the order. I want to see this candle reject and close weak bullish. If that's the case, I'm going to look to sell it again, but look to sell it from just below the bullish candle's low. Pull back too far for me to take it on this candle, because I look at it thinking, well, now it's pulled back 34 pips, 35 pips. So to trigger into a trade, has to drop back down another 40 plus pips. And then you're counting on it making a move back to the support to give you your TP. It's got to make a big move within 12 minutes. So, I mean, it doesn't mean it can't do it, but I'd rather just let it reset and wait for now another signal. And that would be the weak bullish close. So, just need to wait yet again, guys. Starter prints, we reassess. Heaps of volume to the upside at the minute. Within this candle, I mean. Jamal, we pushing down to 22.24. Not sure yet. Looks like it's struggling to continue bearish. Simmer, buy or sell. At the moment, nothing. Waiting to see how price reacts in the next 11 minutes. Gold trader bought 33.5 plus 32.5. One of us is going to be right if you sell. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm not in a sell, so. Dean Elroy. 3 Elroy. I know it's just gonna call it Dean Elroy. 5-minute candle retesting zone. Yep. Gold trader. Stefan Irangu 5. This is gold, spot gold. Raxer. I won't sell, that's why it's going up. Jump the gun, you're a little bit too early to sell. Gold is bullish. I believe it's very bullish when it comes to the higher time frame picture, where I believe it could continue to push to in the future. Trading wise, I see options in either direction though. No weakness, patience is the pain friend. It is. It's very easy for me, but for the average, it's not. BNR, good discipline, mate. I would have answered after close support. Thanks for the knowledge. All good, mate. Appreciate it. We're glad that you're learning something. Yeah, so we need to just wait. I never ever take a trade upon the closure because this could happen. Yes, we want the upper wick and it's fantastic, but it could just continue to push. So you're just best to let it create the upper wick and then reject. Or if the market is trending, creating steady high lows, high highs, then maybe look for limit orders. In this case, I'm, you know, throw into a buy or sell if it's the downside. But it's not trending, it's coming from consolidation. Marika, to win a trade, you need one key, patience. Very important. It is of vital importance. Andrew, this is an area of interest if we look left. I see it as clean, to be honest, because the move, well, either side of it is clean. Clean move down, clean move up. So, yeah, I'm not concerned by it. I just want to see this counter reject. And now we can use the fib, and this is where I use the fib. Watch this, guys. In this case, and you may have to adjust it because it may create the higher high. We want to hone in on the 0.382, and what that will do is if price closes below it, that would suggest to me it's a weak bullish closure, closing back below the support, and therefore the fact that the sellers pushed it back down to below that point there would suggest that we create a bit of an upper wick and begin to break this counter's low, that the price will continue to the downside in line with clean traffic, in line with the direction of the initial move. So we just have to adjust as it creates a higher high low. All this is self-taught. That is all self-taught. Just by seeing the same thing over and over again, trying to create a rule that is black and white that I know worked. And I kept seeing when price reject, it looks like it's close weak. So how can I maybe incorporate the fib here to determine the strength? Because I needed something at that point to really give me the clarity on whether it's strong or weak, or, and that's when I started to use the fib, and that's been quite some time now. So I use it very differently. Others use it for entry points. I don't. I use it just to gauge strength. That's all I use it for. H best broker in my opinion. There's a few. The one I use, I'll type into the chat. Your cash is pretty safe on that particular broker's platform. And I get no kickbacks from it. There's no link for you to click on to join through any of my things. So that's just what I use, my opinion. Dabby, I've positioned 33.40 sell. Should I hold? No, you should have a plan for that because you're in profit. Again, you can do what you want. It's you need to have a plan. My opinion of it, it's all about this level now. If it rejects, then there's a good chance it will come down. But at the minute, it's hanging around it. So float shorts remove when everyone is joining on the screen. Annoying. Because it's invalid, mate. I'm not gonna keep it there if it's invalid. I'll be very misleading. I'm not in the trade, so that's why I remove it. No weakness. How long you been trading? Over eight years now. Yep, just over 8 years. Gold trade. I've gut feeling gold is going up. $100 if no bad news hits the market. I think it will. Yeah, I believe gold will push. May pull back prior to it, but I of the belief gold will continue in the the bull trend basically. Marika, yeah, Melbourne. Dexcent, what does ACT mean? Analyze, confirm, trade, because that's what I simply do. I'm robotic, really robotic about it. I do my analysis, I wait for the right confirmation where I want to get involved in a trade, and I'll take the trade, execute. And for 80+% of the time, it's the correct entry. No, we're going to say you're saying broker, good leverage. Yeah, not here in Oz, unless you're a wholesale trader, which I don't qualify. I don't qualify for. But I'm not bothered, to be honest. 1 to 30 is fine. I understand why it's that, because a lot of people would treat it the wrong way and just throw cash in and blow it in one trade. Trying to get lucky. Lucky. So, Elroy, I've screened. You practice a great deal of patience. I've seen, sorry, not screen. On your live, a lot of times. One strategy, that's 100%. Nice one. Yeah, exactly. Patience across the board, no matter what, you know, your strategy or your edge is on the market, is so bloody important. I think every trader will agree to that, no matter what strategy or what they're trading. Even swing trading, you need enormous patience for that, just to let it play out. All right, gold pushing up here, so it's definitely, well, highly unlikely it's not going to close back below where we want to close, and we need to adjust it shortly anyway, because it's created a high. So for the time being, gold, there is 0 I can do on it for the time being. GJ is in a shit fight at the moment. Looks terrible. AI Sue, buy or sell? Nothing at the minute. Was looking for sells, but the way price is popping back up, and sells are no longer valid. Loading. Hi sir, I want to know how to learn that, but I don't know where to start. Just watch the streams, mate, you'll learn a lot. Gold traders, Chinese are still selling USA assets. Yep. Buying gold, yes, that is 100% correct. And you know who is buying US debt, which is quite hard to believe, but it's you guys across the pond in the UK. It's like the drunk holding up the drunk. It's 2 biggest detonations in the world. Buying each other's debt, the US and the UK. Whereas you got countries like China, India, Russia. What do you think they're doing in the background? They're buying gold and even silver. China is buying silver by as much as they can get. They're not stupid. They are not stupid at all. They have a plan. And that's physio, that's real money. It's not paper bullshit. China going all around the world and buying it, and they're paying premiums too. And there's an arbitrage as well between their Shanghai Gold Exchange and the, what is it, the LM London, what's it called? Can't remember. But yeah, that's what's happening. They are buying everything. Alright, so gold's not going to be valid for a sell at the minute, so we can just remove that. It's definitely not closing back below. We just need to chill and wait. And what we can now do is shortly adjust our zone, because it looks like we're going to close back above it, so we'll likely be adjusting it to just there. And now the good news is, if we do pop back up to reject, we make a clear move up, we may have the margin to sell from back below the resistance here, back below daily low. So that becomes an option if price was to even sweep the daily low, high, sorry, and only to pop back below it. That could be enough to look for sells as well. So I can now add that to the menu. Sells below. Thank you to new followers. over 200 on TikTok. Make sure to continue to smash the screen. Buy or sell CPI news? S. I don't personally trade news because it doesn't always do as what people expect it will do off the back of the news, and it's very risky. Obviously you have spreads that spike, things go a bit bananas. So it says here that the forecast is for it to be higher than previous, and that could be off the back of tariffs and things like that perhaps caused a bit of an uptick in CPI. So if that's to be the case, then could expect some potential strength in the DXY, but it's not always the case. So I would not personally trade the actual candle, or not the very beginning of it anyway. I would let it settle. I don't recommend trading it. AI A1, sorry. Yeah, 15-minute time frame for the most part. Gold trader, hedge funds, central banks still buying. Yep, that is correct. But China is the main buyer at the minute, and India as well of gold. I mean, the Asians love gold. It's. I'm not just saying it's true. You go to Thailand, how many gold shops are there? They're everywhere, and it's a different gold. It's the purity is it's 96.5% or something. I mean, here we look to. I know it depends on what it is, if it's jewelry or if you're buying the coins or bullion, which is what I prefer to do, as opposed to jewelry and things like that. You're looking at 99.9, at least 4 nines. 4 nines fine. Back to Matrix. You sell on gold? Nothing at the minute. No trades. No trades. Again, I not fast. I let the markets choose what they want to do, provide my signals, and then I will react if and when the time comes. Lollipop, you're a newbie, need a mentor. Yeah, watch the streams, man. Just keep watching, you'll learn a lot. And if you want to know more, click the link in my profile. Again, what I do, it's very affordable as well. But yeah, you're welcome to suss it out. And if you got questions, feel free to ask. M Brown, what is the platform you're viewing this on? This is TradingView. It's a free app. There is a paid version. You don't need it. I don't use it. This is just the free version. Or look, unless you're trading with millions of indicators, then it's a different story. I don't use indicators, so I don't need it. LME, yeah, yeah, of course, man. Thank you, Leyland. That's it. London Metals Exchange. There's also the Colmex. Lucy, yes, every day, Monday to Friday. Pump, buy or sell at the moment, nothing. Not buying it off the back of that against the 30-minute closure. The 30 overrides the 15. So there's no buy. It's patience. That's what it is all about. Shake Ape. Gold stand coming back, baby. Yeah, would not surprise me. It's the only real money, to be honest. Gold, I mean silver as well. It's of value. It's tangible. Blaze Crypto Man, 22 carat. Yep, that's jewelry and things like that. So it's not pure. Okay, hello to you. Mindset, yes. We hunting Asian Open at the moment. Looks like it potentially could do so. Well, the Asian Open was here. So on a 30, we're looking for the same type of thing, guys. We could use the FIP now. Marking at 0.302. If we close below it, we could have a valid entry for an impulse sell as it begins to break on the following candle. Same thing applies on the other time frames as well. Just won't look as pretty on the 15, but we will consider it if it presents. If not, we just need to reassess. Going close, approaching London Open. Lopez, yeah, g'day to you. Hope you're well. Well, thank you once again for joining. Ali, you need it for tape reading. What? I can't remember. I'm not sure what that's in reference to be honest, mate. Back test. Oh, you're talking about TradingView now. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I use a different platform to backtest. And again, no affiliation. It's Trade Casa. They want? They can hit me up though. A.C.T Don cast. That's the pullback of the rise. We'll see. I mean, it could reject this resistance and I'll still be keen on selling it. But if it pops above it, then I'd be looking for options to buy it. Gold trader wants to get longer into the rally. I have buy stops above the stop loss orders against them. Hedging, that's all right. Fair enough. That's, again, it's not a stupid thing to do. I have no others who trade a bit like that, who do that, and it works for them, so. What's VJ up to? Struggling. Alrighty, team. I will be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. See where we're at in a minute or two. Watching. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gents. 4 minutes. All right, GJ moving with a little bit of volume at the minute. There is a low absolute shit fight. Same thing as yesterday on stream, if you guys remember, GJ. Slow trickle upwards and then just dumped. Green Bitmans, let's see if gold's gonna make its way back below that horizontal, which is the 0.382. Franklin, more to you. Sapphire GU, and we'll look at that. Got all Porsche. Gold trader, yeah, on TikTok. All Porsche used to be a gold sniper. Bo James, which broker you recommend? We'll type in the chat, mate. Just remember, you can't print gold. That's all anyone needs. Exactly, 100%. That just sums it all up right there. Can't be printed. Comes out of the ground. If only it grew on trees. That'd be good. Love to have a gold tree. You can expect gold to do nothing but drops once CPI's out, you reckon? CPI's have a look. Yeah, of course. GU. So, all right, let's set an alert on gold and we'll have a look at GU. The session open here. That's a chart from yesterday, by the way. All right, weekly is almost approaching low of the previous candle. So at the back of that, we are strong bearish. Daily tapped right into that support yesterday and bounced off it. Structurally, it is bullish, but what we do have is candles as we approach low of the previous daily candle that will be to the downside. As far as probabilities, the 4-hour structure is still technically bullish, but once again, kind of probabilities to the downside. Let's mark that in for the time being. Resistance, focus on that being the most recent. EM30 is bearish, so GU, if you're not already in a sell, it's a bit late. I'd rather wait, see how price reacts to the support again and look for options to buy it if it does form a bit of structure from that point. And potential sells below it. You got some reasonable traffic to the left, so potential sells below it. I want to see a bit of exhaustion prior to it, seeing it's coming from a fair distance behind. And options for buys will be above this resistance. If it the preference would be for it to tap into the 4-hour support, bounce off, and eventually begin to pop above the resistance at the daily candle's high. That's what I'd be looking at. That was quick. Back to gold. JK, hips of liquidity down below, needs this to be able to push higher. Gold tide. Maybe, possibly. All right, London open, guys. So it's not valid. The sell is not valid. I'm gonna remove that. It's going to no, remove that. Now, once again, we need to wait. How much more we can do for the time being. 15 is rejecting. However, 30 is closed bullish, so if 30 overrides, it's plain and simple. Minute for me, even a 5 minute, there's nothing solid. Kato is not the place to be. Look, if it's true, I'm sorry to hear it, but this isn't a place. You shouldn't come on streams asking for people to send money. Just, yeah, be careful, guys. Start a GoFundMe or something. Don't come on people's streams and ask for money. Yeah, exactly. No, Arena? Nova Trade? Isn't that a prop firm? No. I don't have a prop firm. I don't use prop firms. It's live capital. Barty, Doncast, what's your goal by a short? The minute it's nothing. It's just very choppy. There's no well, I mean, there's nothing sustained. There's no real push in any direction at the minute. There's nothing to give me any real confidence to take an entry. Barty has not bad comment. Yonzi Hub, hello mate, how do you do? How do you don't get reported for making live streams like this? I got banned. Don't know, I kind of worked the system, to be honest. I've kind of figured out what words and that trigger a strike, and I think I've gotten past it now because I've proven over a length of time that I can do it without getting a strike, and I think after that you're pretty smooth, to be honest. She gave 33.36 is key. 33.36. Well, it's struggling around that point. 15 looks atrocious at the minute. Angel Hermanus. Some of these names, apologies, I can't pronounce them all. Run us through gold. So gold, it's a matter of, well, at the moment, it's pretty ordinary. I'd be looking for buys above the current daily counter high. The resistance formed at that level. It's a little bit 4 hour, you're kind of at the resistance zone, so it definitely needs closure above retest continuation. And if it rejects, so obviously like so, 15 or 30. If it rejects, I'll be looking for options to sell it. It just depends on the approach, whether it be off the 15 or 30. And then I'd be looking for options to sell it below. That's plain and simply what I'd be looking for. Or potential buys above the support, but I need closures. I'm a confirmation trader, so I very rarely take an impulse entry. I do have a rule that if I can tick it off, I will take an impulse entry, but nothing yet today in regards to any impulse entry for me. So I'm just waiting patiently for a confirmation. At the minute, I don't have anything. I just need to wait. Yonzi Hub, how do you, yeah, so just answer that. I think it's also depending on what you're showing on the screen as well. So I don't show the actual numbers, but actual price. I have the disclaimer in a few spots. So you go 30 bearish engulfing coming. If it does, then I'll be looking to sell it, but as long as we've got the margin. Gold trader, yep, it definitely is. Very sideways. New York opening will liven up, likely, with CPI about for sure. Or could just whipsaw and then leave an ugly candle. I'll eat the 1 minute. Not really, but I will sometimes look at it just to see what's going on. We have tapped into a level. I've got a delayed breakout, which I've been testing a little bit. Something I used probably about 4 or 5 years ago and put it to bed. I just totally forgot about it, but I'm starting to test that again, bring it out of the dusting off the cobwebs and bring it out of the closet. And yeah, just to see if I can add that to the toolbox. But rarely. Imti, do you have a signals group? No, it's not a signals group, mate. I have an an academy. I call trade ideas in there, so if I'm taking a trade, I always call them. Every single trade I take is called. Whether it be, not that I'm often on the charts for Asian session, whether it be during Asian session. The ones on stream aren't called because they're called on stream. I just don't have time to chuck it in there. If they're called between London and NY Open, when we're not on a call, I'll call it in trade ideas section. And if we're called, otherwise it's called on the actual NY call or London call. So that's the trade ideas section. Jago trading, goodbye to you. No excuses, nothing. It's the rule on the stream. As soon as you promote, even if it's unintentional, sometimes I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt, but that's trying to, you're saying so on that you have a signal group, so you get the same treatment, mate. You're gone. Not that you're here to hear me say that, but you're gone. Son Jay, thank you for following. Z1 TMI, how much do you need to start? Whatever you can afford to lose, because the reality is, as a beginner, you're likely going to lose it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to get a little bit confused. There's a lot to learn. It's a lot more. Look, it's actually not. It's quite simple, but a lot of it comes down to patience and discipline. So whatever you can afford to lose, whether it be, you know, $100, $200, $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is. I don't know if your finances. That's what I'd be willing to start with, if it were me. A buddy, average risk reward. I'm not so worried about that because I have ways of managing trades in profit and drawdown. But I, generally speaking, want to have at least the 1-to-1 minimum. Not always, but for the most part. And how much lot do you trade with? It's no one's business, mate. I've mentioned it many times. It's nothing. It's not a huge account, but it is substantial enough to see some good returns and significant losses if I'm not careful. I need to jump off today at about latest about 10 minutes to the closure of the hourly. And we'll be back with my team for NY. Not live on stream though. Gold is very choppy at the minute. Gold trader, which is different. I've got out positions 1-to-1, but have had positions. Yeah, it's true. Every trade is different from the previous. Boy. Yeah, I saw that today. Like I was looking at the same thing. It looks pretty good. Have you seen the gold one as well? Oh, you got some. Nice one. They do look good. The new ones. I've got the last couple of years. The gold one looks mightily, if that's a word, impressive. And premium's actually not bad from my dealer. Barty's been a slow week, so they're probably waiting for CPI. Potentially. I mean, there hasn't been much for me, to be honest. But again, it's my responsibility to realize that and not force anything. Okay, let's go M30 bearish engulfing. I mean, it still could. Got plenty of time left. MT. When is CPI? CPI is in approximately 5 and a bit hours from now. Actually, it's not bad, to be honest. I think it's similar price to what I saw on my dealer. Maybe a little bit cheaper even. I am Sue. Buy or sell. Patience. I honestly don't think there's not that there's a day that goes by without me looking at, just jumping on my dealer's website just to see. I shit you not, pretty much every day I'll look at it at some point. So it's when I saw that what was it, Untamed Rory's collection, I think it was, I showed you last week. When I saw that pop up, I'm like, bang, just bought them all except for like 2, and I just bought the rest. Bought the rest earlier this week. Oh, on the weekend, sorry. And the premiums on that, well, they were really good actually. Unfortunately, I paid a little bit more the second time around for the remaining few, but still great investment. Timmy and Chloe, I need traders. Buy or sell. Nothing in a minute. Charts are shit. There is literally nothing at the minute. EU looks the best so far. Closes below support. EU is pretty good for a sell. It's gonna be against 30 structure though. What other confluences do you have? The daily, 4 hour low, high, low, low. Hourly as well. Yeah, EU looks pretty good. AU, there's a nice entry point for a buy. If it bounces off the 4 hour support again, I think that's a chart from yesterday. Markup from yesterday. So if it starts to pop above this support after bouncing off the 4 hour level, so resistance, that would be a pretty good entry point. And if it closes below support, you could also have potential sell perhaps, but it keeps wicking back up, keeps popping back up. All right, let's see here. Let's see if gold now gives us that weak bullish pause. Because if that's the case, we're still going to close. If it's a weak bullish pause, we're still going to close the M30 bearish. We may have the margin to sell it. So this support can't wick up too far though. Has to. So the same thing applies shortly. We've got 13.5 minutes. I'll wait a little bit till I use the fib. And we could have a potential option on the new M30 in just under 14 minutes, in about 13.5 minutes.
Hey, good morning.
Hey mate, how are you?
Hey. I'm okay, thank you. I was at the doctor this morning.
Okay, have all as well.
Yeah, was only looking for my blood analysis.
Okay, all good mate, hope all as well.
My blood.
Yeah.
So and you?
Yeah, all good mate, all good. So chart's been choppy, nothing at all of quality, so we're just waiting.
Yeah, absolutely. So also on GUI, there's no really an entry right now. So
yeah.
I will wait maybe to create some support and then maybe resistance, and then from this resistance getting some sells.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or maybe if we bounce back from this H4.
Yeah, agreed.
Taking some buys, yeah, but it takes time.
Yep. Yeah, nothing much at the minute. Just wait and see how the M15 and gold closes here. Closes weak bullish, and maybe we may have an option to sell it.
Yeah, I was looking also on EU, but unfortunately it didn't close really. Or at the end we need to wait for the M.
Yeah, the M30 closes below, and then I think it's a pretty good option.
Yeah.
And it's had, yeah, good thing is it's had a pause just prior to it as well.
Yeah, also my broker.
Yep, nice one. Wait and see.
Yesterday I missed the NY session.
Yeah. No, all good man. It was again.
I was a little bit busy and
Oh,
I
that's
was
no good.
totally out of my head.
All good man, not a problem. We are again. We spared ourselves a loss by not giving in to an impulse entry.
Okay, good.
So there's no trade otherwise. Well, there was no trade taken. But all in all, it's a good day. Good day of discipline. Correct. Tim, what's your favorite crypto? Don't really have one, to be honest. The only one I really have any... Yeah, I gotta be careful how I say it, because this is what gets the bot pissed off when it comes to TikTok. ETH is pretty much the only one I've interest in. Not sure if it's best to have interest in. I don't know. I don't follow it as much as I used to follow it, not anymore. Don't mind it though, and likely we'll wait for options, but right now everything's too overpriced in my opinion. Aimer, good day to you. Still a buy, nothing at the moment. Trading gold, yep, trading gold. Bergman, yep, then all good. MC, this told me about discipline, thank you, all good. Again, trading's not supposed to be exhilarating, guys. If you want thrill seeking, jump off a cliff or something. Don't do it. I'm just, make sure you got a parachute. Don't trade if you want thrill seeking. You need to practice patience and discipline. The art of patience. I mean, even the 5 minute looks very, very ordinary. 30, creating now a high, 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 low after spending most part of it being bearish. At 15-minute resistance, there's just nothing at the minute. Or push inflation containment mandate is up in relation to gold. Possibly, excuse me, possibly later on. Got a busy day or busy evening, my time. While they're trying to contain, because true inflation is definitely up, no matter which way they spin it. It's evident. You go to a bloody grocery store and see how much bloody cost of eggs and that have gone up. It's not just that. Excuse me. Fruit, vegetables, everything. Coffee. Yeah, maybe fuel's down a little bit. That's all comes down to the price of oil. And even that should be so much cheaper. Should be so much cheaper. It all comes down to taxes and things because they tax the shit out of it here in Oz anyway. One day I'd love to just go on a stream and rant about how shit the Australian government is. Because they just rip the people off left, right, and center, every which way they can, and go laughing all the way to the bank. Just giving themselves a pay rise because they deserve it for sitting on their asses, taking money away from people like myself and others from Oz, everyday average person. They get a bloody pension for the rest of their lives. Yet they make it difficult for people who have worked all their life to get any sort of financial assistance or anything. And there's another thing which I could go into, but I know it will really open up a can of worms and it's not the right time to do it. But it just shits me to tears. Because they could be doing so much more to help. And I'm not talking about handouts. They could just get their grotty little hands, take their grotty little stinky shit-ridden hands off everything. Because if I saw that guy in the street, I would live stream it and I'd happily pay the consequences. Rant's over. That's my opinion of Albo. MT's chat out from SA. Well, I lost a lot of support from that one. The TikTok viewers gone. There's a lot of Albo supporters out there. I'm obviously not one of them. I can't stand the bloke. I think it's the biggest piss week of a leader we've ever had. It's an embarrassment. Honestly, it is such an embarrassment for him to lead the country. Ali, 100% in regards to inflation. I think that's what you're probably meaning. Gbpjpy, butcher names, apologies. So it's not that great like they say on the media then? No. No. So many people say the same thing now about being here. It was once great, now it's not. It's really not. It's gone to the shitter. Shake up? Yep. Then are you a T-Man supporter? You're talking about Tate, I'm assuming. To be honest, I never watched any of his content or anything. I was really late to find out who the bloke was. It's just my opinion. That's it. Weasel, Leyland, he is. He's just a Absolute drop kick. Seen so many TikTok videos and that people asking him questions and fair questions, and he just refuses to answer it. Just gets these guys to step in, walks away. Very legitimate questions too. If you're a leader, you should stand up and answer these questions. That's all I'd say. Have some, you know what? Have some knackers. Speak to the people. Into a political stream because the charts are shit. This is what happens when the charts are no good, guys. We talk trash. Sad Ac 22. G'day to you. Well, Porsche goes with interest rates and dollar strength. Sometimes gold doesn't go the way it should because of the inflation containment mandate. Only crude grabbers people like to blame it on. Yeah, well, I always say be careful trading news because it doesn't always do as people predict it will do off the back of the news. So, Bo Elbow's just another puppet, mate. Yeah, ever. What a drop kick that guy is. Carl, we do. But the thing is, what platform can you stream it on? The thing is, I don't really want to do it on the current TikTok account because eventually you're going to probably ban me. YouTube, I don't think like it too much as well. I won't be surprised if this video gets taken down. Then accountability, none of them do have. That's the thing. Hold M gamer. Is it break 3343? Yeah, it needs to pop above that point or reject it. Dog makes more sense than elbow. All right, coming to closure of the M30. And it's just a weak bullish candle. There is absolutely nothing going on. GJ right back into consolidation. Let's quickly look at EU. That looked the best before and it's popping back above support. So that goes to show the importance of waiting for a confirmation. If you took an impulse entry, you'd be now licking your wounds in drawdown. GU, nothing at the minute on GU. AU, buy it, do yourselves a favor. Kidding, guys. Just I don't trade it because I want it to go up continually. I want it to be the strongest currency in the world, but the reality is it's far from it. Australian dollar, Thai baht. There you go. There's some gaps for you that need to be filled. EJ looks a bit better than GJ. Looks like you could have options above the high as well. So EJ looks okay actually. The A pound CAD used to be my whipping boy, but not anymore. I've been traded for years. At support, charts once again, not much going on. Oops. Layla, remember when it was higher than USD? Yeah, I do remember that, mate. Back in 2010, roughly, I think it was 2009, 2008. The market crashed around that sort of time. Got to like $1.10 against US dollar. That was great times. I was getting 34, yeah, 33, 34 baht from $1, and now I'm getting 20. Now once you're over there, you'd be lucky at 20.5. So it's lost more than a third of its value. Closer to a half now, to be honest. It's lost about 40% of its value against that particular currency, which is not good when you've got responsibilities. Mark, it's a world of free speech until you open your mouth with the honest truth. It's... Hey, that is so perfectly put, because it's reality. It is the reality. But the thing is, they think we're all Muppets. I think we believe every word that comes out of their mouth. But people are waking up to it. More and more people are waking up to it these days. So I could go so in depth when it comes to it. I've been looking at so many different things. I mean, gold, back to trading for a minute. Gold, at least now it's making a relatively clean move up. As soon as you say it, it starts to reject. But I mean, if we kept pushing and approach this resistance, and if we reject it, at least we got a target. It's not just choppy trash if it makes the clean move. And if it pops above, then we're starting to trend again. It's showing signs of some volume coming into the market. XAU, solar buy, nothing in a minute. Gold trader, base metal still bullish. Copper, aluminium, lead, zinc. Trying to buy in the world's resource. They definitely are. I'm not sure, Leyland, if you've seen those copper bars going around as well. They look alright, but I just... They're cheap, but the premium's quite high on them. I'd rather just stick to gold, silver. I missed platinum, missed the boat on that, unfortunately. Still might find a way in, eventually. Oh, all good, mate. Take care. You stay safe as well. And yeah, we'll catch you on stream tomorrow, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, the premium is definitely high. Overforge and melt copper. Oh, really? Making... Oh, okay. Interesting. Taiyan went open entry, brother. Still waiting in this rate. There is nothing just yet. I mean, the next best option is probably the 30-minute we closed back. Ideally, if the 30 closed bearish and within it this candle closes bullish, first 15-minute candle, next candle closes engulfing without pushing too far into target, then that could be an option. Now, I would prefer it to tap in though to this resistance. I mean, that's the only option I see at the minute, unless it, well, not right now, but I mean, moving forward in the next maybe 30 minutes. Unless it just gathers volume and pops above and closes above the resistance. Gold trader 1 kilo silver bars, they're really nice. TikTok. Anyway, not gonna care, I think it, how you pronounce it. If it breaks the blue, I was gonna say something else and may have come across really bad. If it breaks the blue zone we buy, needs to close above. Leave it be, I'm gonna sell it break even now. Okay, fair enough. Gold trade, blue zone upper line, 3343.22 to be exact. That's its current daily candles high. The body Doncast, where do you draw your zones from? The M30 and 15. I adjusted on the 15 as well. Need be. Starting at the 4 hour. So these blue zones are the 30-minute and 15-minute zones. Just below a 4 hour resistance though. All good, gold trader. Ali, do you also invest? Shit, I've got to be careful. That's one of the words. Usually ticks the algorithm over to ban. Not at the moment, no. Goldie. Dropping straight back down. Yeah, it's good fun when it's Saturday night whenever with ByBit, I can imagine, man. Narendra, good morning to you. How to analyze one-day chat? One-day chart, you mean? Just depends. There's different ways to go about it. I'm more concerned by where we are at. If we're tapped into a level or we're closing in on a support or resistance and the way the current candle is forming against the previous candle. Otherwise, you can also look at the structure itself. But I'm not as concerned by that as I am the way the candles are forming on the higher time frame. I'm more concerned by structure in the minor time frame. So the 4 hour down. So 4 hours is slightly higher time frame as well. But that's pretty much what I do. So here we've recently formed support. We have not quite tapped into the lower range though, the low of the daily range. That's the resistance. Previous daily closed high, low, high, high. Did close back bearish though. So right now the tricky when it comes to the daily time frame, it's inside bar candle on the current daily. This thing melt at the minute. Quinton, join, please share. You're waiting for what happened on gold. For gold, it's pretty much all about 33, 33, 35 if we close below it, and if price does pop above and close above 33, 43 at the minute, otherwise pop back down to 33, 29, 28 and look for an option to buy it from support. The way it's rejecting just now, you could almost get the bearish engulfing M15. But again, the 30 still was a pretty strong bullish count on the previous one, so it's very choppy. Price action is tricky at the minute. It requires patience at the minute. Ali, why not now if you don't mind me asking? In regards to property, just think it's overpriced. It's a lot, man. It's very expensive. Thank you, market analysis charts for a sticker, Lorenzo. Yeah, I think there's, again, I've got to be very careful what I say. I don't want to get a strike or a ban. But yeah, it's parked my cash. And I feel there's better places at the moment. But I mean, property is also usually pretty good. Jay, nothing in a minute. Deathman, so what are we waiting for? Let's just jump in. Not for me, mate. Happens, guys. Sometimes we have these days where it's just straight barcodes pretty much. Gold trade, yep, it's in the middle of the range. Really isn't much you can do. If you get the sell, where's the little target? At Barty Doncast. So the target will be the support, which is just above the daily low. So target will be 33.2850 roughly. $95 new followers TikTok, appreciate it. There's 5 of you out there have not yet followed. Make sure to do so. Let's get it to 100. Is any side of waiting? Going to buy? Do you, mate. In a A.C.T, it's probably waiting for news to decide direction. Could be. Because at the minute it has really no idea what it wants to do. The range up. Wow, time frame complicated. It's pretty complicated across the board at the minute on gold, to be honest. As far as price action, 4 hour, you're approaching resistance. It's a big long lower wick on the current candle. It's creating high lows, high highs, but structurally, actually the way I see it's still bullish. Did not close above that highest point of the swing to the upside. It wicked above but didn't close above, so therefore the way I see it, anywhere between this low and this high, we're technically bullish, and what we're doing now is creating some higher lows within the structure itself. Deathman 200 pound with small. I'm still waiting for you, my boss. Well, doesn't look like I'm gonna get anything at the minute. It's true. That comment, Dojan. In a A.C.T, if you would break the resistance, would you wait for a retest and break of the new high to buy? Yeah, pretty much. Be waiting for the counter to close above, and wait for the following counter to tap back in, and then look for a buy as it begins to break above your catalyst candle's high. That's pretty much it. There's ways of going. Yeah, if it presents on stream, I'll go into it, but when I can use the 5 minute. The range all good. Prab, thank you for the rose. Which side are you using? This is TradingView. All right, got over 100 new followers. Thank you, one and all. Prop, will it work the same in trading? 212. I'm trying to trade, still new at it. Same in trading, 212. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you to the new sub on YouTube. Well, nothing's gonna happen for me right now, guys, so I am gonna call it because I've got something to attend in just over 10 minutes time. So my team will be on later, but what I'd be looking for is if in fact we do reject here and close, I would prefer to see a 30 closing back bearish. I would like to see his candle close preferably a little bit stronger on the 30 and wait for a little bit of minor support. Irrespective, what I want to see is some minor support. And if price begins to pop below minor support, close below it. Trying to correlate with 30-minute closing back bearish, it could be an option to sell it. Again, the 30 looks like it's going to close pretty strong bullish, so even the 15-minute engulfing won't quite cut it against the 30-minute strength of the 30-minute candle. Otherwise, be looking for the buys above 33, 43, 20, and potential sells below 33, 33, 35. GJ, let it do its thing. The good thing is it's making a bit of a clean move now, so if it does pop up, reject 195.80, could be options, look for sells, buys above 195.920, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's just been shit house all stream, GJ. But that's it, guys. The Ranger? Yeah, that's if you're not following a proper plan. Training platform, I don't know what it is, mate. I've never used it. Alright, guys, so take care. I do appreciate you all the support, one and all, yet again. My team, I will see you guys in again, similar to yesterday. So you guys take care.
Yeah. See you later.
See you, mate. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And YouTube, TikTok, see you guys same time tomorrow. Take care, trade safe. Ali, thank you for the rose, mate. And all the best to you. Until then, bye, team.